All right. Welcome, Fade to Black breaking news for this Monday, June 10th, 2024. This is all of the news that you need. I'm Jimmy Church. Well, we made it. It is a brand new week here on Fade to Black, and what a great way to start it than with today, our 2000th episode, which will air tonight at 7 p.m. I've got a bunch of friends coming in, and Adam Apollo is going to co-host the show with me tonight. And we've got Linda Moulton Howe, we've got Whitley Strieber, we've got Billy Carson, we've got Christina Gomez, we've got Jason Quitt, we've got Whitley Strieber, we've got Scott Walter. And I think that's everybody. I hope I didn't leave anybody off the list. That's just going, with my mind, with my memory. We've got a very busy day in front of me and a very exciting party tonight that's going to happen on the show. Again, Adam Apollo is hosting with me, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I will see everybody tonight on Fade to Black. Now, as we kick off this week here on Fade to Black, tonight is our 2000th show party. And tomorrow night, Darcy Weir, film director, documentary filmmaker, is with us. He's got a new film out. It's called Transmedium. We will be talking about that tomorrow night. Wednesday night, Leela Hutchison is with us. This is going to be an amazing show, and her discovery of a giant crystal cave. And, well, the discovery was made before her. She documented everything later. It's incredible. The show is called The Crystal Giants. You should see the images. It is one of the most incredible things you're ever going to see or hear about. And the testing and everything else that happened inside of that cave. And that will be Wednesday night. Then Thursday night, Paul Seaburn is back with us, comedian and writer. And he's got a new book out. What would you say to a naked space alien? Yeah. And that is Thursday night with Paul Seaburn. Very excited about that show, too, as well. And there you go. Now, coming up, I've got, and this is in less than 2 weeks now, we have DisclosureFest Stairway to the Stars at Castaic Lake right here in Southern California. And that is the summer solstice weekend of June 21st and through the 23rd. I've got Billy Carson there, 19 keys, music stages, amazing presentation, a huge list of presenters. And go and get your tickets. And we've got camping, and there's all kinds of things to do. We have the lake, we have the beach. It's going to be an amazing weekend. And the links for that and tickets and everything you need to know are at DisclosureFest.org. The links are below. Then coming up right after that in August, I have the 2024 Conscious Awards in Miami, Florida with Billy Carson and Elizabeth Carson and Forbidden Knowledge. The links for that are below. Also, I'm up for an award. Yeah, Best Talk Show Host. So head over to the link below. Go over and cast your votes for me. Yeah, I did 2,000 shows. Man, go vote for me. And then coming up after that is the Contact at Sea Cruise to Alaska, September 6th through the 13th. Again, an amazing presenter list. Contact at Sea Cruise. The links for that are below, and just check it out. Now, just come to Alaska with me and our amazing speaker list that we're going to be hanging out together. Let's go see some whales. Let's go to Alaska, and that is September 6th through the 13th. Then after that is Egypt. I'll be going to Egypt with Billy Carson and Elizabeth Carson. And that's in October. That is sold out, but you can get on the waiting list. And it's the same thing with Contact at Sea and also Peru and Bolivia, where I'm heading in November with Brian Forrester. That is also sold out, but you can get on the waiting list. If there's any cancellations and you're on that waiting list, you can go. So go and get signed up. All right. Got a busy news day in front of us. Let's get straight to it. On this day in history, 1752. Benjamin Franklin flies a kite during a thunderstorm to collect ambient electrical charge in a Leyden jar with a metal key, enabling him to demonstrate the connection between lightning and electricity. Now, did it really happen? Is it myth? I don't care. It's an amazing part of our history, so we'll just leave it. It's not quite a fate or fact, but it happened on this day in history. Fate or fact? Oh, here's another on this day in history. Fade to Black airs its 2000th episode. Yeah. Okay, fate or fact? The minimum life of an electron is about 6.6 times 1,028 years. This is 66,000 yada years. A whole yada years. Get it? 5 quintillion times the age of the universe. And that is your fate or fact. Does an electron live forever? Well, 5 quintillion times the age of the universe. Kind of feels that way. Let's get to the breaking news. Water frost has been spotted at the equator of Mars for the first time. In this region of the red planet, equivalent to its tropics, it was previously believed that it would be impossible for frost to exist. The discovery could be crucial to modeling where water exists on Mars and how it is exchanged between the red planet's atmosphere and its surface. The water frost has been seen by 2 European Space Agency ESA spacecraft, first by the ExoMars Trace Gas Orbiter, the TGO, which arrived at Mars in 2016, and then by the Mars Express mission, which has been exploring the red planet from orbit since 2003. That is big news. Virgin Galactic on Saturday successfully completed its last space flight before heading into a 2-year pause on commercial operations to upgrade its fleet as the space tourism company seeks to finally turn a profit. A huge carrier plane took off from a runway at 8:31 a.m. Mountain Time and climbed to an altitude of 44,500 feet over approximately 50 minutes. After that, it released from under its wings a space plane that soared at supersonic speed to the edge of space, where passengers were able to enjoy a few minutes of weightlessness and admire the Earth's curve. It landed on the same runway at 9:41 a.m., having accelerated to Mach 2.96, almost 3 times the speed of sound. It was the final flight for the VSS Unity. There are 2 next-generation Delta-class ships currently under construction in Arizona, with test flights due in 2025 before commercial operations in 2026. Astronomers have captured what appears to be a snapshot of a massive collision of giant asteroids in Beta Pictoris. That's a neighboring star system known for its early age and crazy planet-forming activity. Beta Pictoris, located about 63 light years from Earth, has long been a focal point for astronomers because of its proximity and random processes where collisions, space weathering, and other planet-making factors will dictate the system's fate. The insights will be presented today at the 244th meeting of the American Astronomical Society in Madison, Wisconsin. Check this out. African elephants use names to communicate with each other in the same way that humans do. A new study carried out by Colorado State University scientists who analyzed hundreds of elephant calls found that wild African savanna elephants address each other using personalized sounds. For the study, the researchers recorded 469 calls, known as rumbles, made by groups of elephants and their offspring. The animals were recorded at the national park in the Samburu Buffalo Springs National Reserves in Kenya between 1986 and 2022. We knew this all along. Elephants are smarter than us. All right. 3 people were injured in 2 shark attacks in 2 Florida beaches, and now local officials are warning residents to be cautious. A 45-year-old woman was swimming near the first sandbar at Watersound Beach on Friday, June 7th, at around 1:20 p.m. when a shark bit her around her midsection, pelvis, and left arm, according to the Walton County Sheriff's Office. She was airlifted to HCA Fort Walton Beach Medical Center in critical condition, and part of her left arm was amputated. On the same day, just before 3 p.m., 2 teenaged girls were swimming about 4 miles away near the first sandbar at Seacrest Beach, where they were attacked by a shark. The girls, who were 15 and 17 years old, were transported to separate area hospitals. One had serious critical injuries. The other one was bitten on her foot. And finally, I'll leave you with this. Dark matter is a hypothetical form of matter that is implied by gravitational effects that can't be explained by general relativity unless more matter is present in the universe than can be seen. This is what generally is accepted today. It remains virtually as mysterious as it was nearly a century ago, when suggested by Dutch astronomer Jan Oort in 1932 to explain the so-called missing mass necessary for things like galaxies to clump together. Now, Dr. Richard Liu at the University of Alabama in Huntsville has published a paper in the monthly notices of the Royal Astronomical Society that shows, for the first time, how gravity can exist without mass, providing an alternative theory that could eliminate the need for dark matter. And this is crazy, because physicists use dark matter for explaining what they don't know or understand. If this turns out to be the case, and it seems to have a pretty strong foundation, without the aid of gravity, by the way, then we will have to erase the whiteboard completely and start all over. Like I said a few months ago on the show, it's consciousness. That's right. It's consciousness that science needs to focus on. And that's what this paper means. Seriously. There you go. There's all the Fade to Black breaking news that you need for this amazing Monday, June 10th, 2024. Breaking news is produced by Renee Neumann. Tonight on Fade to Black, it's our 2000th show party. All right. It's being co-hosted by Adam Apollo. I've got back-to-back friends that are going to come on and help celebrate with you, myself, and everybody else. It's going to be a good time. So I'll see you tonight on Fade to Black. Until then, all I've got is go back, Lee Tappy.